Man, one thing I love about this sailing life is our ability just to like move whenever we want. So we're at a mooring ball for a while in Bar Harbor, but now we're gonna move to New Anchorage. So we get like totally new scenery.
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're dodging some lobster pots and boats.
Tons of boats.
Seaweed and a lot of down trees just floating around.
Yeah.
So.
It's an obstacle course. Whoa, look at that debris. But, like, the day is just super calm. We have like 10 knots to 15 knots of wind. We're like kind of downwind sailing. Like, it's really pleasant out. Maybe 60 degrees out with the sun. Oh, just gorgeous. An amazing view of Acadia National Park. There we got Rocco. He's doing his thing. Panda doing her thing.
Yeah. Nice day for sailing. After spending a couple weeks in Bar Harbor, it was time to move anchorages. We sailed around Mount Desert Island with stunning views of its rugged coastline, scenic lighthouses, and Acadia National Park, as we made our way through Somme Sound to Valley Cove. It is a gorgeous day for sailing. Oh my gosh, I don't think we can ask for better weather and a slow roll to our next anchorage with really light winds, and the view, oh my gosh, the view is just spectacular. Being able to sail around mountains is definitely something new and beautiful. I'm really enjoying it.
Dang, it's beautiful days like today that really make me appreciate the cruising life that we have. It's a Monday. I know a lot of people are at work, and here we are, like sailing through a really beautiful part of Acadia National Park. And it just makes me really appreciate what we did. I know we have really tough times that make up for this too, and different kind of stresses, but anyway, right now it's like, this scenery is just spectacular. Like, people pay good money to have boat tours to drive you around this island. And here we are, just like lazily sailing at 4 knots with a beautiful view of Acadia National Park. Like, really feeling lucky right now. Yeah, this is really nice.
This 6-mile-long body of water that divides the eastern and western halves of Mount Desert Island, called Somes Sound, was carved out thousands of years ago by a glacier that used to cover the island. The sound drops to about 175 feet, 53 meters, at its deepest point, and only 30 feet, 9 meters, deep at its entrance. We found this beautiful spot right off the sound in Valley Cove, which turned out to be our most favorite anchorage.
Well, today is a specialty part install day. Through the last last couple passages, we've been battling a rudder post issue where one of the bolts that connects to the rudder to their autopilot, it keeps coming loose. It's not quite designed right. So I needed some specialty bolt made. I contacted my dad, gave him some drawings, and boom, in just a few days, he was able to have someone machine this up exactly to the specifications I need. And we're gonna install it today. Hopefully it'll solve the problem for good. All right, well, I got the new part in and installed. Unfortunately, I totally goofed on what the thread was. The original part that came with the autopilot was this bolt here, which is an M12 thread course. I wrongly assumed that this was also M12, but it's not. I think it's one size up, either M13 or M14. I need to check the specs. So I was hoping that this would thread into this brass piece right here, as this is the OEM bolt. This OEM bolt threads into this brass piece, and so the new solution does not thread in. But however, it was made really good, really tight clearances, and there's a lock nut on it now. So I don't think it's going to come loose, and it's not a safety concern anymore. Before this old part, the bolt could have backed out and it could have fallen out, and then we would have lost the autopilot. So this new way is fine. It can't move anywhere. And even if it does loosen up, it can just loosen a couple turns and then that's it. So I think we'll try this on the next passage when we go up to Iceland. And if we have any issues, I know the specs now. I'll redo the drawing and my dad can have it made and shipped pretty much anywhere in just a few days. So really bummed that I totally goofed up on the drawing and didn't quite get the spec right of all the specs of that one bolt. But I think this new one will work, so we're gonna go with it. Anyway, there it is. Hopefully I won't have to deal with this again. All right, and our next project is sealing the forward hatch. So I've pretty much bedded all the hatches on the boat except for one, and that's this forward one in the V-berth, and it's just starting to come up to where some water eventually drips through when it's super rainy. And this one also sees the most seawater when we have sea on the deck. So it's time for me to completely remove this hatch, clean up the seal, and then I just went to West Marine and I rebought some caulking material so I can reseal it. Yep, I just know it's a labor-intensive job. It takes a couple hours, but luckily there's no rain today. It's a beautiful day out here, so it should be a perfect day to do this sort of project. Project day. As any good boat project goes, I first consult YouTube. I start by cutting out the plexiglass. Then the rest of the time is really spent cleaning off the old adhesive so it is clean and ready for the new. Last step is to apply the new caulking and carefully put the panel back in place.
This anchorage was truly a gem. Nestled between the mountainsides of Acadia National Park, not only was the view absolutely stunning, it offered great protection and it was easy access to all the hiking trails. So we timed the tides, dragged Rocco onto the beach, tied him up, and began our hike.
Whew.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of this trail, probably halfway up the mountain, and it goes down pretty steep. It's gonna go up pretty steep. Took a little water break.
Yeah, boat life is not conducive to cardio, it seems. So I feel really out of shape, even though we've been walking for probably over a week.
Yeah.
But nothing like strenuous.
With elevation.
Yeah, the elevation change, living at sea level.
Yeah.
This is hard, but very good.
Yeah, it's really good. Good exercise. This also makes me feel just like we're in Tahoe. The granite, the pine trees, like the pine needles, everything feels like Tahoe. Just lower elevation. It's like a sea level Tahoe. That's kind of neat. What do you think?
This is completely new to me. It's gorgeous. Nothing like Florida at all. But I really enjoy it, especially all the hikes and the elevation. Damn. Wow.
It's like this tree tried to grow into soil that wasn't really on anything, it was just on granite. And eventually it just falls right over, I guess.
So weird.
It is super strange looking. Almost at the summit, but holy cow, this background is pretty epic. Get to the summit.
Hey, to the summit! Yeah!
530 feet. So what do we think about this view?
Epic.
Epic. We're here on the summit. We filled up on water and some snackies before we head back down. The weather today, this is just like awesome. I mean, check out Soam's Sound here. Oh, phenomenal. And it's been fun watching the sailboats in the harbor here. There's like 3 or 4 sailboats sailing around today, which is cool to see. All our time in Bar Harbor, we didn't see like any sailboats, so kind of neat to see a little bit of a sailing culture here. Don't impale yourself on this.